Welcome back to the Integrated Leader Podcast. I'm Lauren Marie, and we're continuing our series on how to manage projects using the DISC model. So far, we've talked about high Ds who drive projects forward with speed and decisiveness. We've covered high Is who bring enthusiasm and creativity, but sometimes struggle to follow through. And yesterday, we focused on high S's who are steady, reliable, and thrive on structure and teamwork. Today, we're shifting to high C, the detail-focused, data-driven, and highly analytical problem solvers. If you've worked with someone who double-checks every number, reads every fine print detail, and values accuracy above all else, you're working with a high C. They bring precision, deep thinking, and high-quality execution, but they can also get stuck in overanalyzing, hesitate to make decisions, and struggle with feedback. If you're leading a high C, you'll need to set clear expectations, provide logical guidance, and help them move forward without getting lost in the details. So how do you delegate effectively and get updates without getting caught in analysis paralysis? Let's get into it. High Cs need clarity and structure before they feel comfortable taking action. If they don't have enough data or a clear standard to follow, they will hold off on making decisions until they feel confident they are doing things the right way. When delegating, avoid vague or open-ended instructions. Instead of saying, "Can you handle this?" be specific. Try, "I need a detailed report with these 3 key data points by Friday." Providing measurable expectations helps them deliver exactly what you need. High Cs are naturally skeptical. They often want justification for why something needs to be done a certain way. If they push back and ask a lot of questions, they aren't trying to just be difficult. They need to understand the logical reasoning. Rather than just saying, "Trust me," explain the reasoning behind your request. If they understand the logic, they'll be more likely to buy in. One challenge when delegating to a high C is perfectionism. They don't want to submit work unless they feel it is completely accurate. If they seem stuck, remind them that progress is more important than perfection. You might say, "I know you want this to be thorough, but I need an initial version by Thursday. We can refine it after that." How to get updates without getting lost in the details. A high C loves details, and they may naturally want to explain every step of their process. And this is great for quality control, but it can slow things down when quick updates are needed. When checking in, keep the conversation focused. Instead of asking, "Tell me everything you found," try, "What are the top 3 takeaways from your research so far?" This helps them summarize their progress without overwhelming you with too much information. If a high C is struggling to finalize something, they may be stuck in analysis paralysis. In these cases, ask specific forward-focused questions like, "What's the next step needed to move this forward?" This gently pushes them toward action without making them feel rushed. Since high Cs prefer written documentation, they often respond well to structured update requests via email or project management tools. A message like, "Send me a quick summary of what's completed, what's in progress, and any blockers by the end of the day," will get you the information you need without the unnecessary meetings. How to hold a high C accountable without frustration. A high C may miss deadlines because they are refining details rather than procrastinating. If they are falling behind, focus on helping them balance accuracy with efficiency. Rather than saying, "You're taking too long," reframe it as an adjustment to expectations. You could say, "I know you want this to be 100% accurate, but we need a working version. Let's focus on getting it to 90% so we can keep things moving." If they make a mistake, don't expect them to handle criticism emotionally. High Cs are logical thinkers and will respond best to fact-based feedback. Instead of saying, "This isn't good enough," say, "This section needs adjustment to match the data. Let's make sure these numbers align before we finalize it." Encouraging them to prioritize deadlines over perfection will help them become more efficient while still delivering a high-quality work. So here are your key takeaways. Leading a high C effectively means providing clear expectations, emphasizing deadlines, and reminding them that progress is more important than perfection. Since they value logic and structure, it's important to give them data-driven guidance and let them ask questions, rather than expecting them to simply follow orders. When checking in, keep updates concise and help them focus on next steps instead of over-analyzing the details. And when holding them accountable, focus on facts and solutions rather than emotional feedback. When a high C feels like they have the time, the resources, and clarity they need, they will produce exceptional, detail-oriented work that strengthens any project. Well, that's it for today's episode. If you found this helpful, subscribe and share it with another leader who could use it. This wraps up our series on managing projects using the DISC model. Don't miss tomorrow's final episode where we'll bring it all together. Thanks for tuning in to the Integrated Leader Podcast. Keep leading with awareness, and I'll see you tomorrow.